The Golden State Warriors went from NBA champions
It's over. The Golden State Warriors
to literal monkey ass in just a few months. The New Orleans Pelicans went from getting bounced in the first round to being 3 games from the 1 seed in the West. In this video, we'll be looking at the top 3 most impressive and the top 3 most disappointing NBA teams this season thus far in no particular order. The Minnesota Timberwolves are straight buns. After winning the NBA Finals in 2022, after winning the play-in game. Sorry, Beverly Celebration confused me for a second. Sorry, guys. Anyway, after forcing the Grizzlies to a Game 6 in the second round, everyone expected the Timberwolves to be stronger next year.
We in Minnesota now.
And that honestly looked like the case as the Timberwolves pulled a massive move in the offseason. This is what the Timberwolves gave away for Rudy Gobert. Absolutely disgusting. Holy cow, the Timberwolves got fleeced. The fact that Tim Conley is still employed today is a phenomenon that nobody may understand. The Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert duo is like oil and water. It just sucks. The Timberwolves went from being arguably a top 10 team expectation-wise to a play-in team. Hey Wolves fans, look at the bright side. At least you guys have your picks. Nobody expected the Nets to be sitting at the 2 spot at this point in the season. After getting swept in an embarrassing effort by the Boston Celtics, many thought the Nets were going nowhere this year. Heck, even Kevin Durant called out how trash his team was publicly. However, I don't know what Kevin is crying about because his supporting cast isn't even that bad. And shout out to this kid who literally can't miss a freaking shot. Watanabe is the best thing that ever happened to this franchise. Even with Kyrie getting cancelled again like he does every year, the Nets are on a hot streak and can't lose. I will admit it also helps that Baby Ben decided to play instead of sit on the bench, which many expected him to. Toronto Raptors, what happened? Dude, I don't know why everyone thought Toronto would be solid. They are booty cheeks. Ever since Kawhi left, this franchise has been plummeting and plummeting and plummeting and plummeting. Toronto ranks 25th in offense, which is the worst offensive team in the NBA for a team that is not tanking. And for those who say Toronto is tanking, no they are not. They're trying to win right now. They just suck. If they trade OG and Siakam, then I'll believe you that they're tanking. Toronto won 48 games last year and now sit below the play-in line, behind the Bloody Wizards. The Sacramento Kings are 5th in the West. Yes, I said that right. I promise. 5th. Seeing Sacramento above that line is like the sun turning pink. It's just like, I don't know, weird, and my brain just still hasn't processed it yet, I guess. I mean, this website put the Kings below the Lakers for power rankings before the season started, so they are exceeding expectations very heavily at the moment. Who knew there would be a time where Sacramento was the best basketball team in California? Okay, I get it, it's close, things might change, but good job, Sacramento. You deserve a round of applause, I will admit that. Let's be honest, this team doesn't even really have big names on the roster. I mean, you got Sabonis, you got Fox, but they just bond really well together, have great chemistry, and get the job done on the court. Okay, staying in the same state, what the actual hell is happening with the Golden State Warriors? Look, even I didn't think they were going to be a 1 seed given old players, they like to rest throughout the regular season, but what the actual crap is happening? How do you go from the NBA champions to a play-in team in just 6 months? It's not even like injuries have been that big of an issue for them. Sure, Steph is out now, but he's been playing most of the year. Could Golden State have a worse championship hangover than the LA Rams? I know the trio is old as hell, but seriously, if the 3 of you ain't playing, you're forcing Dante DiVincenzo trying to close games for you, with the turnover machine Jordan Poole by his side. Let's be honest, Golden State will most likely be a powerhouse of a team once playoff times come around, but wow, what an unpleasant start. The New Orleans Pelicans are dogs, bro. Many did not predict them to be a top 10 team after falling short to Phoenix in the first round, but Zion is back, baby, and he looks good. Zion is putting up all-star numbers, and pairing him with 2 other guys who average over 20, that being Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, makes this team a nightmare to defend. Having a 7th rated offense and a top 5 defense, the Pelicans are one of the most surprising teams this season thus far. The Suns talked a lot of crap beating a wounded Pelicans team. I really hope these two match up again in the playoffs this season, so the Pelicans can absolutely go to work on Phoenix. Alright, that is it for my list. Now we'll be looking at some honorable mentions. For disappointments, I have the Hornets and the Heat. Okay, people thought the Hornets would be a play-in team. They're literally the worst team in the league. Very disappointing. The Heat, after going head-to-head with Boston in Game 7 in the playoffs, are now a play-in team. They suck. Very disappointing. And for impressive honorable mentions, I have the Cavs and the Nuggets. Thanks for watching. I want you to smash that like button and crush that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 3,000 subscribers, so please help us out. Also, make sure to comment with anything you disagree with. That's going to do it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.